Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today was Tuesday the 14th, and today was a gorgeous day weather-wise, except for being a little on the hot side, but summer, Iowa, what can you do? So, went ahead, did not sleep real great last night. I had some really crazy, weird dreams again, just insane stuff, but it was kind of weird. It's one of those things that I would have, I don't know, would have been nice to just have somebody just call and kind of vent and play out the story of my dreams to, kind of thing. But the person that I used to do it to is not in my life right now. So we'll see if that changes or not. As of right now, who the heck knows? So went ahead, got up, had a handful of things to get taken care of. Nothing real major. I just took care of stuff. There was a bunch of things I needed to get done that I didn't really have time to do before I had to go see the doctor today, so I kind of put some of them off. Got some other stuff accomplished. Nothing real major. Ended up heading over to my doctor's visit and got all my stitches taken out of my toes, which it's kind of weird because they surprisingly hurt a little more than I thought they were going to. There was one that was infected pretty well. It's like pussing out some nasty stuff a few days back, and I went through and actually cut that one out myself, pulled it out, and just trying to keep I thought maybe it got something on the stitch and was drawing the infection in on it, and I went ahead and took it out, and that pain went away some there, but it's still pretty tender. So he gave me some antibiotics, also put me on some other drugs to try and help with some inflammation / nerve damage I have in my foot. That when I talked to him about it first, he kind of diagnosed it somewhat, but he was wanting to get the toes fixed up, and then he said, since I'm still on this low running, low end, I can start running. I'm gonna run / I'll probably go for a long walk tomorrow is my plan, and then I'll start running. Hopefully, maybe Friday, something like that. But he wanted to get me on these other medication to try and help cure the nerve damage issue. He said a lot of the times, he goes, up until like yesterday, he would have told me that he can fix like 90% of them with just treatments and stuff and no surgery. But he said he had to schedule 2 separate surgeries yesterday alone for the exact same issue that I have. So I'm really not looking forward to that, but it's going to be one that can be put off a little bit longer. And I'm hoping that with the treatment I've got now, I'll be able to kick it in the butt. If that don't work, we got some oral steroids we can try, maybe some injectable steroids, and then if that doesn't work, then surgery is the only option. But it's a weird enough pain that it's not debilitating right now, so I've talked to him and find out my options before I ever think about doing surgery on it, because if there's no chance of it really getting worse or little chance of getting worse, that's a pain I can handle and not risk the surgery, depending on what the side effects could be. Because one of those things where there's a chance, any surgery is a chance of not waking up from anesthesia and that kind of crap. But I go under pretty easily, and I come out very easily. So not concerned about that, but I need to find out, I need to weigh over all the options before I just start letting somebody start cutting on me. Like the toenail thing, I've been needing that and wanting that for so damn long that I was good with it. So I'm going to hopefully get the foot worked on, get it figured out. I might go let my chiropractor take a look at it and see if he has some options and some suggestions. Now I know more of what's actually wrong with the whole situation through a surgeon's eyes. Maybe a chiropractor can kind of suggest some stuff also to kind of help figure that out. And I'm hoping that my fear is the fact not my toenails hopefully will not be hurting them as they do right now, but once they get fully cured, that removing that pain will start pointing out other pains in my body, which is fine because then I can start working on those and stretching those and trying to fix those also, and start getting to the point where I might be able to someday run with much less pain than I run with right now. So that's my goal. I've heard people say they run pain-free, but that's not when you're training 50 milers and not doing long distance trail running. When you're running 50, 100 miles, you're going to have pain. I don't give a damn how great your body's in, how flawless you are of injury, you're still going to have pain like that. So got the visit done over at the doctor's office, went really well. The toes are working pretty good except for that one that's infected, so I got an antibiotic, like I said, for that. But did not take my dog with me, which I was thinking, no big deal. It wasn't that far. There's really nothing to do. There's a dog park there, but there's never any dogs there, and there's virtually no shade in the dog park, so that wouldn't have helped either. So, and as hot as it was, I did not want to risk the dog sitting in the car while I was inside the doctor's visit. And I could have tidied him up outside the car and stuff, but there's no shade anywhere in that parking lot, anywhere near the hospital there / doctor's office. So left him home. Then I thought, well, since I'm over there, I'm going to go do a little run around. I rarely ever am anywhere I'm not with him, so I went ahead and took advantage of that and hit a couple little antique shops and just little things over there and kind of killed the time and kind of drove around a couple different places, and I was able to wander around in there a little bit. Spoke to a lady who had an antique shop. She had a little dog, and we talked a little bit about it and talked about Bruce and different things. Just kind of chatted. Really nice lady there. Owned the shop. Her and her husband have a little tiny shop, and he builds some stuff, and she sells it. She sells knickknacks and antiques and different things and stuff. So it's kind of a cool little deal. Found a project I'm going to try and build. I didn't take any pictures of it because it's pretty simple, straightforward what it is. Most people I don't think would have caught how it was done. I've never seen anything like it before in my life, so I was super excited about it. And she basically, in the process of talking to her, looking at it a little bit, said if I get some built, she wants the first chance to buy some, and then she also, I think, wants to try and sell some. So I'm going to try and knock some of those out. I don't know, maybe in the next few days. I got to get back over. I got 3 weeks. I go back and see my doctor again, so I need to have at least a few done by the time I go back over there in 3 weeks. And if I get those done, drop them off to her, and basically as a consignment thing, or just sell them the first 3 with a chance of consignment, custom orders kind of deal, go from there. So because these could possibly be changed as they go to what would work better for me or not for me, in different sizes of how it would go down. So super excited about that. Little chance to make some custom woodworking and make a few extra bucks. You gotta love that. So went ahead, like I said, it was just total fluke. It was just something on the wall she was using as a personal device, displaying some stuff. I'm like, shit, I think I could build that. So I think I figured out, like I said, I think I figured out how to do it, and I just got to get it done now. So headed back home, got the dog, realized I forgot to get my prescriptions, so I headed back out. Not really a big deal there. When I was heading back out to get my prescriptions, ended up hearing from somebody who was, I guess, and is still a giant part of my life, just not for 30 days worth. I was put on hold. So one of those things that just a few days into the 30 days of the break, not talking to each other, not communicating with each other, that was, I guess, thrown out the window. And basically I got a really bad text from them. And it's one of those things where when they feel slighted and they feel hurt, they tend to hurt back. And that's one of their things that I asked them to work on. One of the 2 things I asked them to work on. And they didn't. Apparently they said how they did so good for last week. But when you don't speak to somebody at all, you don't have any communication, you don't text, you don't do anything stuff, it's easy not to be mean to them, and send mean messages, send mean texts and stuff. But then they basically threw it on me. It's all my fault because I didn't work on any of the stuff for me and whatnot and my flaws. And I'm like, I openly admit my flaws, and this is where we're at. You don't admit yours, you act like you never do this, and you turn around and you do it. Because the one thing you kept saying is, oh, I can do this, I cannot be mean. And then you turn around and you be mean. So, and then you're going to get pissed off. I talked about John here again, even though to hell with it. You said you don't watch these anymore, so how do you know what I say? So, like I've told you 100 times, this is more my therapy, more my, lack of a better term, diary type thing for my own memories and my own thoughts. And if you have a problem with what I'm saying, call me. Don't send me a mean text message. So anyway, right now we're not supposed to be talking for 30 days. So I end up on the phone with them for quite a long time, trying to settle things down after sending a ton of text messages. Even though the person claims they hate text messages, they hate the conversations through text messages, emails, all that kind of crap, but yet they then go back and do it. And just, I don't know, it makes no sense to me in the whole process. When you say, I can do this, I will do this, I will not do that, I give you my word, and then you come back and you break it, and then you get mad at me and I say, you told me you weren't going to do this, you told me you were going to do this, well, I didn't make a promise. I'm like, well, I thought as adults you didn't have to pinky swear to stuff. You could just come out and say, hey, I'm not going to be here, I'm not going to do that, or I am going to do this, and that was enough. So, but not for everybody, I guess. So that's what I got right now with that. Is just I had a super stressful day, and the day was going really well, and then that right there just destroyed my whole day. It just really just tore me up. And I don't know, it's one of those things that you think things are working through, you do everything you want them to do, or they want you to do, and then next thing you know, you're getting shit on anyway. So who knows? Life goes on. Suck it up. I've got a 100% success rate so far of surviving every day of my life, and I'm going to survive today too. So that's all I got for now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.